Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. As today we got another episode of your OGR, as today is game 48 as the Edmonton Oilers fell to the Calgary Flames in probably one of the most Daryl Sutter games I have watched in a while. I mean, that's just how the Calgary Flames play this year. They play a very boring game, and every time I watch a Battle of Alberta game, I just seem to yawn every time I watch it. And this was one of the games that, I suffered through the entire way. This definitely wasn't a pretty game for the Edmonton Oilers, and not saying that, the Calgary Flames played a bad game. They played a solid defensive game, and it was surprising. Jacob Markstrom absolutely stood on his head every time the Calgary Flames made mistakes, which, there was a couple good scoring opportunities for the Edmonton Oilers, just we weren't able to bury, and not like we generated a whole lot. McDavid wasn't playing very well last night, neither was Neal Draisaitl. Most of that top six really just did not play very well, which is understandable because, we just played Winnipeg the other night, which they played out of their minds, and not just that, on Monday as well. We played a lot of games over these past couple days, and to have an off night like this is definitely not surprising, to say the least. I think we there was some positives in this game, like McLeod. Neal played amazing. He feels like he looks like he's kind of getting into that, that Chicago Blackhawks form, that series. He was amazing in that series, and if we could get James Neal up to that type of level, especially playing alongside of somebody like a Ryan McLeod, I think that line could be really, really solid for the Edmonton Oilers going forward. So let's get into this entire game because we got a decent amount to talk about with each team. Of course, we'll start it off with the first goal of the game. Elias Lindholm putting away his 16th of the season. This was a miscue. Now, Chris Russell was put back into this game, which was kind of a head scratcher. I was hearing some people saying we should throw in Evan Bouchard instead of Tyson Barrie, kind of just get Evan Bouchard some time since we haven't played him since near the beginning of the season. I don't even think I've talked about Evan Bouchard since around game 16, somewhere around there. We haven't talked about Evan Bouchard for a while. He hasn't played that many games this season, which is kind of sad because, Evan Bouchard, at the time that he did play, his analytics were absolutely nuts, and he had some great offensive numbers and not just that great defensive numbers. But also, Tyson Barrie's been playing way too many minutes in this game. I think last game he played a good solid 23 minutes. In this game, he played a decent amount too on the ice as well. He logged in a good 25 minutes out there, while Bear iced 15, which I don't understand. We're going to get into that a little bit later on as well, how we're overplaying Tyson Barrie, and I think it's exhausting him, and you could see that kind of out on the ice. And I was agreeing with a couple other people on Twitter saying that, Tyson Barrie looks kind of gassed out there. He's losing a lot of the puck battles, which he is. Tyson Barrie is losing a lot of the puck battles, but this doesn't involve Tyson Barrie. This involves Chris Russell, who got put into the lineup instead of Caleb Jones. So yeah, in this play, Chris Russell tries to chip the puck up the boards, and he hesitated. I don't know what he was thinking. He hesitated, went off a Calgary Flames stick, and ended up in Draisaitl's stick. I don't know what Draisaitl was thinking here. Either he tried to lob it over to Ethan Bear, but his pass missed by a mile. The Flames got a hold of it. Kachuk got it behind the net, made a beautiful pass to Lindholm. I also don't know what Russell was really doing while defending this play either. He went right after Kachuk, but went after the body when he could have easily went after the puck without a doubt and could have tied him up, is what I would have done, because there was a huge opportunity of knocking the puck off of Kachuk's stick, so it didn't get a clear pass in front of the net to Elias Lindholm, which, Chris Russell didn't do any of that, and he just decided to just hit him for no apparent reason, which I think was one of the dumbest plays, and I still don't understand why we throw Chris Russell in, and not even just that, why we have the Kulikov-Larson pairing still together either. They really don't look good alongside of each other. I think they're two very solid defensemen, but when they're put alongside of each other, they just don't fit when they can't move the puck out of our own zone, which I think was the biggest problem throughout this entire game, is that just we weren't able to get the puck out of our own zone. Then we get on to James, the real deal Neal, baby, as he gets his 4th of the season with another little drop pass there from Russell. I was actually surprised that Russell even got a main secondary, or the primary assist I meant, on this goal. It was an absolutely beautiful rush in by Russell, not even really beautiful. They dropped it right to James Neal, and practically the defense just did not pick up on Neal at all, and he had a beautiful opportunity. Neal was actually kind of buzzing throughout this entire game as well. He didn't just get that goal there, he also got a nice breakaway opportunity, which he almost scored on as well, which would have tied up the game, which we'll get on to the next goal as Elias Lindholm scores his 17th of the season and his second goal of the night. I don't exactly remember this goal either. I think it was it was a non-man rush, I think, on Tyson Barrie. Darnell Nurse went for the hit. I think that's actually on the Dubé goal, where Darnell Nurse for some reason stepped up on, I don't know who it was. I think it was Milan Lucic. Either that or Rasmus Andersson. Darnell Nurse took himself way out of the play and practically left Lucic and Dubois. So it must have been Andersson who got nailed. It was Lucic and Dubois. Lucic had a nice shot that squeaked right through Smith. Dubois jumped right on the rebound, put it back in the net, and that was basically it for the Edmonton Oilers after you seen that goal, because the rest of the game was just very sloppy from the Edmonton Oilers. Whenever we did get chances, we didn't play very well, and this was once again a very bad line deployment by Dave Tippett, and I am blaming this one definitely on Tippett. The players should have been playing better as well, because, McDavid or Draisaitl weren't on top of their ball, and, I'm not asking them to be on top of their game every single night, and it would be nice to see a little bit more depth action, which we did. Neal got a big one there alongside of McLeod and Archibald, and I thought that line was probably one of our better lines throughout the night, especially the way that Ryan McLeod plays. He's been playing absolute amazing on this one as I'm burping up a storm, but Ryan McLeod scored he didn't score any goals. I would have been jumping up and down, but he played a very good defensive game like I've been talking in the past couple games. This is his third game in, and same with Dmitry Kulikov, and honestly I'm very impressed by the both of them. I wish Kulikov was put alongside a Bear or Tyson Barrie or some puck-moving defenseman to make Kulikov play just a bit better, but unfortunately they have not done that yet, and I don't think we're going to see Kulikov's best game until he gets thrown alongside of an actual defenseman that can carry the puck out of the zone. Otherwise, Ryan McLeod's been doing great. He got a good line mate in James Neal, who I also thought played a very good game in this one. He was flying all over the place, surprisingly enough. And also, Jesse Puljujarvi only got 11 minutes in this game as well, which was a weird one. But I heard that Jesse Puljujarvi was a bit hurt after he got slashed in his hand. So I don't know if that was the exact reasoning why we're not seeing Jesse Puljujarvi play too much in this game. But that was way too less of minutes for Jesse Puljujarvi, especially for how well he's been doing in the past little bit. Also, they've been playing way too much of Tyson Barrie, which I said I was going to get into this one as well. Just the way that we've been deploying our defense this year has been absolutely terrible, and the reason why we're probably one of the worst 5-on-5 teams in the league. We've improved, I feel, a little bit in our 5-on-5 department, but if I feel like we set up this defensive core way better than what we do right now, it would work way better. Playing Tyson Barrie 25 minutes a game on a back-to-back is painful for Tyson Barrie, and it's painful to watch because Tyson Barrie is not that type of defenseman to play 25 minutes a game, because if you play him that many minutes, he's not going to play very well defensively, and he's not going to make the crisp passes that you really want him to make. Right after the break that we had when we weren't able to play Vancouver. Hey guys, I'm back. So I know you guys probably see a black screen right now. It's because my camera just died. It's not really, working or turning on. So I will have to give that baby a charge tomorrow because I do gotta head to bed. As you guys all know, I'm right now back at home, so I have to make the videos right after the game, which is usually something I don't do. Usually I make it the next day, but since the internet here in Chetwynd is doggy doo-doo, and I'm not really able to upload as fast as what I usually am, which means I'm not going to probably be able to do any live streams for the next little bit, sadly, which is okay. We'll still be seeing mostly the daily uploads with the OGRs and the franchise modes that will continue, And then once I move into a different place where there will be better internet, that's when we'll start up the streams once again. So probably not until next season. I'm hoping we can do a bit more live streams this season, but most likely we will not be able to. So anyways, to finish things off, yes, Tyson Barrie needs a little bit more breathers because he's not a top 2 defenseman, and we're really starting to see that, and we're really going to start seeing it in the playoffs, I feel, with Tyson Barrie. Jacob Markstrom stood on his head. He played an amazing game. Mike Smith, great job making some big saves there, man. He was absolutely fantastic, especially the save that he made sprawling across the way was absolutely amazing, and the way that he played was fantastic for the Edmonton Oilers. So real shout out to the boys, because that was an absolutely amazing game for the Calgary Flames. Not really for the Oilers. It was a hard one to watch for the Oilers. We played like doggy doo-doo, and I hope we play a lot better on Saturday. I hope Smith keeps bringing his A game, and that was practically the only thing that was amazing throughout the entire night was Mike Smith, who played absolutely off the wall last night. So I'm going to end the video here, guys, because I don't want you guys sitting on the black screen for too long, but I hope you guys enjoy the video. I will see you guys on Sunday for the next episode of the OGR, as we are getting down to the wire, baby, as we're getting very close to playoff hockey, which I hope you guys are ready, because I am certainly duper duper ready to get some playoff hockey inserted into my veins. So for right now, guys, I'm going to sign off here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigos.